spoken yet, but God has spoken. I was going to say, Holy Spirit, you are welcome in this place. But he's already here. How many of you know he's here? If you know he's here, stand up on your feet and tell the Lord, thank you for the visitation of the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Lord, that you are in this place. What homecoming means to me. What homecoming means to me. I left a long time ago, but the spirit of Venice Chapel has never left me. Amen. Every member of our church know about Venice Chapel. The little white wooden church that sit on top of the hill. And if you could animate it, it had legs. And every Sunday you see it rocking from side to side. Sometimes we didn't have music, but we rocked it from side to side. We wasn't playing church. We was just having a little church, Bishop, and praising the Lord. Long time I've been gone. I've gone and I've learned some things, and I've gone through some things, and in the midst of it all, my foundation began here. And when I was going through, I knew where to go to pull what I needed to get through, because I was taught that at Venice Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, where I got up early on a Sunday morning, whether I felt good or not. I might have been sick, but I was laying somewhere back there. And if I was, then there was some sisters up in here. Sister Lena, Sister Mercy, Aunt Rhodey, sister back there. They was going to come through and check on me. That's how it was. Everybody took care of everybody. And you got up on a Sunday morning and on homecoming for sure. You wake up, and every morning I woke up, I smelled food. Mama had food ready. By the time my feet hit the floor, lunch was ready. But on that Sunday, you would smell sweetness, pies and cakes. And you see cars just going and coming. And Daddy opened the church, so I was there with him every time the church door opened early in the morning. So I would just sit here and watch everybody come in and give a helping hand, sample a little food and all of that. And you see, even people that may not have attended on that day, in the community, they had boxes of food. We didn't have a cafeteria, real nice cafeteria. We had an outside cafeteria. It was wonderful. We had a tent, and under the tent we had tables everywhere. And we didn't even have chairs sitting there, because we just got our plates fixed and walked on around and ate. And we had so much food that the community could eat off the food. That's what it's like. To me, that's what homecoming is. When everybody gets together on one accord. Homecoming. It makes me think of coming to church and Uncle Cleve would be sitting over there, and Daddy would be sitting there, and the pastor would be up here in the pulpit, and that was the deacon's corner. Then you had the sisters over here. You had Sister Murthy, and you had Sister Cora, and you had Sister Lena. You had a Rhodey. You had a Joyce. You had a whole lot of them over here, and they would be sitting here. And then, depending on what Sunday it was, you had the men that was leading devotion or the women. And regardless of who it was, they'd get up and they'd sing a song as they was going up. And somebody would say, "Guide me over thy great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land." Yeah, yeah. And then you had one sister to get down, and she started praying, and she started praying. And by the time she got through praying, you'd hear another sister say, "I love the Lord, he heard my cry." Yeah. And don't you know he pitied every groan? And then you hear one say, "Continued prayer." You don't hear that no more. Because we got corporate prayer. But when the Spirit led them, they continued prayer. Because what sister made a miss, somebody else picked it up. They were going to cover the whole multitude. speak on homecoming. And the Lord took me to Mark 5, 1 through 20, and that's with a man that was possessed. And I know you're probably saying, well, what does that have to do with homecoming? Well, it has a lot to do with it as far as I'm concerned, because that's where he led me, and I trust him. And the man was possessed when the Bible says 2,000 demons. And the people wanted Jesus to take care of the man. And as he went to the man, the demons began to speak through him, and they said, don't send us from the region, from the country. Just put us in a swine. And that goes to show you that legions take over regions. They are not just in the church, in the community. They're not just in the state, but they cover regions. And Jesus gave the permission for legion, for they were many, to go into the swine, and they ran down the hill. Y'all know the story. And they drowned in the sea. And the man that was possessed, had been possessed, was sitting by Jesus. And he said, he was sitting there, clothed, and in his right mind. That's what the Bible says. For he was demon possessed, and it makes you believe that sometimes he was so crazy in his head that he walked around and didn't have on clothes. He wasn't in his right mind. But God has kept us all in our right mind. We still here. We've had some soldiers to come, and we've had some soldiers to go. But the soldiers who are supposed to be here, they're still here. And the Bible goes on to say the man said Jesus, as he was getting in the boat to leave, because the people wanted Jesus to leave. Now, if he gave the permission to the legions to stay in the region, wouldn't you think they would have wanted Jesus to stay? But they were so afraid, they sent him on his way, and he went on about his business. And the man said, can I go with you? Let me go with you. And Jesus said, no. Go home and let your friends know about the good things that I've done for you and the compassion that I've shown you. And when Annie asked me to come and do this, I realized why God sent me there. Because he said, go home and let the people know. Let them see how God has been good to you. How you've gone through some things. Your name has been scandalized. Somebody's going through that right now. But God is faithful. And he is just to complete a work that he has begun in Venice Chapel. That's what homecoming means to me. When I see all the wonderful faces, and I remember I always mention the women of the church, the ladies of the church that were back in the day, and how they took care of the church. I would always see Ann on her post like she is now. Head usher doing her thing. And you better not step out of line, because you might get your ear twisted. Amen. And you ain't going to say anything, because back then, if you acted up down the road, they got you. And when you got home, Mama already knew it. She got you again. It takes a village. Amen. But I want to let you know quickly that there were not only some strong women, but I also remember the humble men that backed those women. I remember Mr. LJ out there with his truck, tailgate down, big tub full of ice and soda, 25 cents a can. I remember Sister Lena's husband. He may not have come, but he made for sure she was here. She made for sure that the children were here. And on homecoming, him and Uncle LJ would sit out there on the truck, and they would talk and they would listen outside. They respected the Lord, and they lifted up the women of God that they had in their lives. And so many times we forget about the people that's behind the scenes. But on today, I remember all of that, because that's what homecoming means to me. That's what I think about. I think about those who are here, and they have fought a good fight. They have finished their course, And now the torch has been left for those here to pick it up and run on. And homecoming means that I'm coming home to give you what God said. And God said, run on. He said, run on. They just got through singing the song, are you a soldier in the army of the Lord? If you die, let you die in the army of the Lord. If I'm going to be addicted to anything, let me be addicted to Jesus. Amen? That's what homecoming means to me. It means serving the Lord. Because anytime I stepped into the house of the Lord, here at Business Chapel, and especially on homecoming, they had church like none other. The doors would be open. It looked like they just swung open on their own. Because it wasn't room. It was everybody up getting happy. They were just shouting. They were just praising the Lord. And when I see so many sitting idle, I want you to think to yourself as I take my seat, what does homecoming mean to you? Do you have it in your heart to go home to your house and tell your family about the Lord? To bring them in like somebody brought you in. Because somebody prayed for you. Somebody prayed for me when I wasn't thinking about praying for myself. Somebody was praying. Go home. That's what homecoming means to me. Go home to where you first saw the light. Amen.
Amen. Wasn't that beautiful? Thank you, Evangelist Terry. Amen. Our very own. You can tell you she was a deacon daughter, wasn't it? Ooh, you better not mess up. Ooh, Terry, I know you tell the truth. When you was talking about, I'm gonna move on, y'all. This is homecoming. Let's just have some fun. When Terry was talking about Cousin LJ, Uncle LJ, JD, Uncle Red, the drummer look over there talking about. He talking about grandpa. Oh yeah, baby, you talking about your grandpa. Oh, see, she didn't even know that. Oh, come on now. Woo! Hey, thank you, Jesus. See, it's something for all of us. Thank you, Terry, Evangelist. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm just happy. We're going to move on. Y'all feel all right? Come on now, y'all feel all right? Smile at me, come on. Smile. Come on, hallelujah. All right, we're up now to the special welcome of the homecomers. Now, if you're here, you want to stand and have words of expression to tell who you are, you may do so at this time. If you just want to tell us hello, we'll accept you. Will you come? Homecomers. You don't have to. You could just be from Center. You could just be from down the road. You are part of this body. Any homecomers? Okay, if not, let's just give God a great hand clap of praise. We love you. Business Chapel love you. We love you. All of you. At this time, we're going to take a moment of silence for those that are going on to be with the Lord. May their souls rest in peace. God bless you. That's none other than the Deacon Howard family. His family was here this morning. Ethelina Handy, Brody King, Martha Cartwright, Jean Shaw, Foster Rogers, Charlie Jefferson. I know y'all know some of these people. Molly Brown. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you, Jesus. J.W. Cartwright. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Leslie Johnson. Come on. Come on. Come on. These people that was attending this church, they will never be forgotten. Because whatever they done in these walls is still in our spirits. And we just ask God to bless their souls. until we meet him on the other side. We will meet again. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Sanctify those ears. Come on. Put them together. Sanctify them. Sanctify them. Come on. Come on. Sanctify them. Stop those ears. Okay. We're ready for the praise dance. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, come on. Praise dance. Y'all better come on, we'll take off. We'll fly like eagles.